Finally, we are going to learn something new today, actually a couple of things, and also a way to practice fast things with the best results. Results guaranteed. Things that I have never mentioned before on this channel. So make sure that you stay with me until the end of this video. And today we're going to work on the agility for left-hand fingers. And for this I choose Fayard, Studies of the Young Cellist, study number 33, which is a study for the agility of the left-hand fingers. If by any chance you don't have the book or the PDF, link in the video description below so you can download it, print it out and start to practice right away. It has been a while that I did some Fayard, but here I am, back to business. If you have missed any video or lesson of the Fayard series that I'm making, make sure that you click on this card right here, which will lead you to the playlist, to the Fayard playlist with all the exercises. So from number 1 until, well, today's video number 33. There are so many helpful things, so you definitely want to check them out if you want to bring your cello playing to the next level. Right, so let's dive right into this exercise. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so, and well, 1, 2, 3, set, go. Cool, I have just played the whole exercise through, and there are 3 things here that we need to keep in mind for a better accuracy and left hand agility. So let's start with the right hand, the bow. So first thing here is that I suggest you not to use the whole length of the bow. Why is that? It's because when we use the whole bow, the sound gets messy, scratchy, and you want to avoid that, absolutely. So let me give you 2 examples here. One with whole length of the bow and the other one with a more compact bow. Shall we? Did you see and did you hear the difference? So pay attention to that. This is very important in order to avoid unnecessary noises. Of course, on the score, it's written F, the letter F, which means forte, right? It doesn't mean that it's written forte that we need to use the whole length of the bow. Don't get tricked by that. Forte means strong and not just loud. So don't scream, don't shout on your cello. So one more time, I'll show you the difference between a compact, stable bow and when we use, you know, a messy whole length of the bow. So very stable. I would use maybe that amount of bow. So like that. Now the whole length of the bow again. So see, the noise completely gets more exposed here. What you can do here as a practice, you can just play one note in order to get this. So you take whatever note you want. I would maybe not suggest open string because the A string or either the D string, any open string is very exposed. So let's camouflage this a little bit. Let's take another note. So I will take the F here and let's do this. So you see, I press a little bit, I pour a little bit on my index finger and I release. And I sustain. Because like this also it gets more organized. So pay attention to that. This is number one. Now the second thing over here, and this here already goes for the left hand. I spoke of this in other videos, but I need to keep reminding this. As we are human beings, we can forget things. What do you think I will say? Agility for the left hand, which means strong but flexible fingers. We cannot play this exercise with weak fingers, because when we play this with weak fingers, with weak articulation, what happens? Look, weak left hand articulation means weak precision. Weak precision means weak intonation, and weak intonation means bad. So again, let me show you two examples here. One with a weak finger articulation and the other one with a strong finger articulation. Let's go. See and hear the difference. It's huge, isn't it? Anyways, to develop and to understand about strong left-hand articulation, I highly recommend that you watch my other videos of this Fayard playlist and go to Fayard study number 1. There is an exercise that it's really good for the finger agility, and it has some nice variations and so on. I know it's a shitty video. It was my first video ever of this series, so well, I mean, what do you expect? But there I go quite into details, so check it definitely out. And if you're getting value out of this content that I'm producing, give the thumbs up for this video and subscribe if you aren't subscribed yet. Now, the third and the last thing, and for this moment we were all waiting for. I mean, I don't know if all of you, I mean, what means like this: if you're in, you're in. If you're out, well, that's your problem, you're out. So the question here is, how would I practice this exercise, this fast exercise over here? This thing that I'm gonna reveal right now, this is something new on this channel. So if you are here with me until now, well, lucky you, you're gonna see, you're gonna be very happy with the thing that I will reveal. Anyway, it's easy. Do this part per part, or make rhythmical variations out of it. It's very handy and it's fascinating to study. A few of my students, I said to them like, yeah, it's a little bit boring because it's not for everyone. But it is fascinating because when you practice that way, the way that I will show you in just a bit, you will get fascinated like how fast the results will come. Anyway, I'm holding you right here, so let me show you what do I mean with that. I will give you a few examples, and let's take the first measures of this exercise over here. Anyway, that's for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned a couple of things, new things, and I'll see you at the next lesson.